and welcome to our Morning Throners podcast.
My name is Nelson.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Glow.
We're fucking Morning Throners. Alright, everybody. This was it. This is what we've been waiting for a long motherfucking time. Nels, Glow, first reactions of the episode?
I mean, as a fan, I liked it. Nothing really happened. Everybody met each other. It was kind of just like all the stuff we were talking about at the end of the theory video, like all the first time people meet each other.
Yeah, all the greetings, yeah.
That's basically what we just got out of the way.
Yeah.
The most storyline stuff that happened was probably with Cersei.
And probably Cersei and John
and John finding out.
Yeah, John. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I didn't like the cold cut at the end. I wish we would have got a. I wish they would have talked.
Yeah.
Jamie and Brad.
Yeah, done a little bit more or something.
That was one of the reunions I said the other day that I was most excited for, and they're teasing it. We're gonna get it, but and I don't know. Do you guys watch the in the next episode?
Yeah, I did.
It showed Danny talking, sitting at the high table talking to Jamie about killing her dad,
and the things that they dreamed about doing to him.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, Glow. What first reaction to the video? What did you think before we get in depth?
It was pretty good overall. I think it was entertaining. Like Nelson said, it's everyone meeting back together, and oh my god, Nelson called it that reunion's going to be pretty crazy between Jamie and Bran. Yeah. When he said, "I'm waiting for an old friend," so that means he has shit to talk with Jamie.
Did you guys know it was Jamie right then when he said
No,
that?
I didn't. I wasn't thinking about that.
I didn't have a clue of who he was.
He said that, and I was like, "Oh, it's got to be Jamie." And then one of our friends was with us, Ace, and he was like, "No," or maybe it was Shoal, and he was like, "No, he's waiting to see John and tell him about John's true parentage." But then he told Sam to go tell him, and I was like, "It's got to be Jamie."
Yeah, that's a good call.
Jamie. And then when the guy was riding up in the hood, did you guys know it was Jamie then?
Yeah, I knew it then. I was like, oh, shit.
There's so I'm with you guys. A good episode, not great. Kind of had you on the edge of your seat, oh shit, something's about to happen. I guess the one thing we got was the Umber kid being a white on the wall, and that was the one moment. It was oh my god.
Yeah, we didn't see the whites at all, right? Brandon ride up in a raven, nothing,
nope.
right?
Nope. So, getting into it, it was all greetings and reunions. I thought they could have done a little bit more. I don't know if I liked the Arya John reunion. Was her and the Hound was her and Gendry was They're all
I mean, yeah, that's how she's gonna be now. She's got no emotion.
I don't know. She showed a lot.
Her
of emotion.
and John was good. Her and John was pretty good. I thought.
She showed way more emotion in this episode than in any other episode. In the last season or two. She's smiling and giggling, but it was no tussle of the hair, little sister. Come on.
Yeah.
Tyrion doesn't even go jokingly to Sansa and be hi wife, or some bullshit.
I think if he wasn't with Daenerys and there wasn't that tension, maybe he does that.
Nah, yeah, I don't know about that.
But yeah, I think the Hound thing with Arya, that reunion would have been great if the other ones were better. If the Gendry and John had actual long heartfelt reunions, and the Hound just good to see you're alive. It's because you're a cold hard bitch, and then walks away. Then I get it, because that's kind of how the Hound is. But when they're all just kind of it doesn't stick out as much.
Yeah. I thought John and Arya's reunion was pretty good. I mean, they can't make it too long.
So basically, that
they don't know about the little the books, or the show doesn't have the little sister, so I thought it was still good.
I don't give a fuck. It was lame.
Give it something out of 10. Score out of 10. Jeff, you go first.
6.3.
I was gonna say 7.
Yeah, I'll go.
Rookie score.
I'll go 6, 7.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said,
I just want to give. I know there's got to be room for improvement. Plus, okay, and I know any video that comes out about this episode is going to talk about this. It was 40 or 53 episodes, 53 minutes.
54.
We were supposed to get
54 minutes.
Whatever.
54.
We were supposed to get feature length
hour and
episodes
20
here.
minutes. This is bullshit.
And this one and the next one are both less than an hour.
Right, which is telling me nothing's gonna happen. Nothing. What did we get in this episode? Everybody met each other. John rode the dragon.
We really didn't get much. We just got
and then the
fillers, basically.
Euron, fuck Cersei. Sam tells John.
So so then after we give it the score out of 10, now let's go and talk about our death pool.
Nobody died.
Nobody died.
Nobody died.
Nobody picked first episode people except for Jeff. Jeff picked Ed first episode.
And he could have died. There
He
was a
could have died.
moment.
He could have died.
So right now, and maybe I'll figure this out every week, and I'm going to do it right now because it's easy. Potential points if we get everything right through the rest of the show. For me, 30. For Glow, 30. For Jeff, 29. So
Oh, you're so
off to an early lead. I'm not trying to brag, and I've seen Glow's team, and he doesn't stand a chance. So I think.
Oh, dude, I'm winning. I'm winning.
All right.
Whatever. You know what? Someone had to roll the dice. Here's the thing. If nobody dies episode 3, you're all screwed because that was your whole roster was episode 3. So
You're
you
right.
guys will be fucked.
I should have picked Umber episode 1, dude. I fucked up.
Yeah, we should
Young
have the kids
Umber.
on.
We don't even know his. How about the Glover family? Just a bunch of pussies.
Pussies, yeah. They really just backed out.
Okay, so next, let's just go through as best we can remember chronologically through the episode and just talk about scene by scene.
Right.
So first part, they show up in Winterfell. You get the kid running up, looking through the tree, kind of like Bran or
No,
kind of
yeah,
Arya.
I was listening to the director's cut after it. They were like, it's homage to Arya from the first when
Yep.
Robert came. That was pretty.
That's
cool.
why she was like smiling at the kid running through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said like it was big. Like she stepped aside for the new kid to see, and
Yeah.
yeah, that was
So
cool.
then they go up and Jon sees Bran, right? And Bran's weird.
Bran
Kinda like,
is a fucking weirdo.
He's a loon, dude.
What everybody kept saying here, because I had a bunch of people over, everybody was just like, man, Bran's just creeping in the back of every scene. And it kind of was like that. Every scene in Winterfell, there'd be a reunion, and the camera would pan, and Bran was just like sitting there in his wheelchair watching it from a
There's
distance.
Bran looking at him.
It's like, Bran, you don't need to be out in the cold. You can see all this later. Remember, you can see literally everything happening
Oh.
anywhere. You don't need to be there.
Yeah, I don't know. Bran is fucking weird.
So Jon sees him, sees Sansa, and then does it go right to like him kind of
Hold on.
explaining that he's not king of the North?
A lot of side eye bitch faces going on
The whole time.
between
Between
Sansa and
Sansa
Daenerys.
and Daenerys.
Yeah,
He probably sent a raven beforehand, though, saying that he was
Yeah.
bent the knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she says like you're great.
That's why all that side eye was happening.
Yeah.
Winterfell is yours, your grace.
So then what? I think it just goes right into them.
Little
And
Lyanna just calls him a little bitch boy.
Yeah,
She's
and he's
good.
like,
She's
we need
great.
To win. That's all that matters. Is like we
You know,
need to
she's
win.
like, she's 16 years old.
that girl.
Yeah.
Does she look like that? Like not in costume?
No, she looks exactly the same.
Really? Like,
Really?
little girl?
Yeah, like little,
That's
same face, everything. Yeah.
That's crazy.
What happens after that?
So they do that.
Then we go to King's Landing.
Do we see? Is that when we get the Arya reunion? Either King's Landing or Arya reunion. So, what do you guys think of Golden Company coming in?
I mean, is she just gonna attack him right after?
So,
Like,
as book guys,
what's
we
her
know who
plan
Harry
right now?
As book guys, we know who Harry Strickland is. What do you think of Harry Strickland?
He's a little bit different than wasn't he
He
like a
look-
fat person in the books?
I
Like
don't know if he's fat, but he's definitely like not like in
like
shape.
not
right?
a
He,
fighter. He had
like-
like blistered feet and he
yeah,
like
he's
couldn't
like
walk.
soaking his
Yeah,
feet
he's like-
after they walk.
He's slummier in the books.
I don't
but
know. I mean, 20,000 people is a lot of fucking people.
Yeah.
Good for them, I guess, for the Lannister cause. They've got a lot of men.
Also, what about the whole no elephants thing?
Yeah, that's just HBO.
Poor
being
CGI.
cheapskates.
Yeah.
They're
not
just
wanna
like
spend
they're
money.
like, hey, all the fans want elephants.
Oh.
We'll just call it out right away that we're not.
Well,
getting
we don't have elephants.
Sorry.
We
Yeah.
have seen White Walker mammoths. Do you think even those will show up?
I don't know. I'm starting
Probably
to
not.
wonder where all this money went into this season.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, we see it in future episodes.
So Cersei ends up giving Euron a little bit of a piece of the pie.
Yeah, this
Smart,
might happen later on, but we'll
stupid.
just cut out all the. We'll just talk about all the King's Landing stuff now.
Alright.
He's like, you gotta bang me. He's like, I've done all this stuff for you. I've given you the sands.
Yeah.
I went and got the Golden Company. He's like, let's do it. And
Yeah.
she agrees. My boy Ace, who was here with me, called out. He was like, oh, I bet you she's doing it so that later she can say that the baby she's having isn't Jaime's.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Oh,
but
yeah.
if it's Euron's, it's a bastard too.
Yeah, she definitely confirmed it later after they did it, and they're just like sitting there talking. Also, did she like drink the wine at all? Because that was the scene from the trailers with the wine in her hand, but I don't know if she was like, did she actually take any sips?
She just like had it to her lip. I don't remember if she really did.
Yeah, I think it was kind of like she wasn't drinking, like she knew.
Red wine's good for pregnancy though. You can have a glass or two.
People are gonna think you got problems, Jeff.
Yeah,
Keep
Jeff.
saying that.
It's literally like confirmed. Google it.
So is that the last thing that happened in King's Landing then? Or did she give them a command to go anywhere?
Bronn got a command.
Yeah, Bronn is getting sent to kill Jaime.
Kind of cool
Tyrion.
that it was the same crossbow.
So is that meant for both of them or just Tyrion?
Both.
Both
Both of them are getting
of them.
Do you think he does it?
No.
No.
No way. He's taking the gold and running.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Tyrion told Bronn one time, and Tyrion just reminded him of this when they were walking into the dragon pit.
I'll pay you double.
He's like, if anybody ever offers to sell me out, just remember, I'll pay double. And if they win, like, think about it. What did Qyburn offer? Just
I'll
like 4
pay
chests
double.
of gold, right?
I think you said a wagon full.
Yeah.
A wagon full of
like
gold?
several chests in a wagon.
Okay, well, think about this. Tyrion is the hand of the queen. If he doesn't do this and just joins their side and they win, he could get way more than a wagon full of gold. He could get all of Castle Rock, all of everything's, all the gold. If he wanted it.
Yeah.
He'd probably be like a lord. They'd probably give him like a castle and.
I'm just saying, when people, if like, the whole like, I'll pay double, Tyrion definitely could. So it's not like, oh, Tyrion's not a Lannister anymore. He can't. Like, he's the hand of the queen who might just win everything. He could.
And again, Bronn's already got the money. It's not like he needs to be honorable. He doesn't give a fuck about that.
Yeah. I'm surprised he wasn't with Jaime already.
Yeah.
Because we know. Because remember I told you guys Bronn and Cersei can't be in any scenes together, and they weren't. They had like a conversation via Qyburn because of that.
Qyburn was the messenger. That's great.
Yeah. I was like, he's got to be with Jaime because there's no way he's in King's Landing because the only person there is Cersei.
Yeah. That was
They found a way.
HBO's first priority was get Bronn out of King's Landing.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
All right, so we go back to Winterfell. We kind of already talked about it. Jon and Arya reunion. So they go up, they hug, and so maybe you guys can fill in what they say. But at the end, they're talking about their blades. He's like, "You still have needle." He's like, "If you used it," she's like, "Once or twice."
Mm-hmm.
And then he pulls out his own sword, showing off. She's like,
Valyrian
"Valyrian
steel.
steel, too big for me." And
She
has
didn't
her
pull
own-
out her. Yeah, why didn't she pull it out? I was like, yo,
Yeah. She
whip
had
it
the
out
dagger.
and shake it about, you know?
I just
Stupid.
don't.
Very stupid.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Did
that
they say
makes sense.
anything important before that? Like again, you're saying the reunion was pretty good. What did they say before that? You don't even remember.
Arya was like, or Jon was like, "Oh, Sansa doesn't like Daenerys," and Arya was like,
I don't like Daenerys either.
"Yeah," and Jon was like, "Well, Sansa thinks she's smarter than everybody," and Arya's like, well, "She's the smartest person I've ever I know."
Yeah,
Like,
that was weird.
Where does that come from?
Yeah, that's
since
true.
when does-
Maybe, yeah, I'm changing my opinion. Fuck
Since
that.
when is Sansa like a smart fucking leader? She did one thing. She brought the veil to the fucking Battle of the Bastards. Other than that,
And didn't tell John about
Well, here's another thing. She
did take
immediately-
over. She did take over.
I think we already skipped over this reunion. Tyrion and Sansa on like the walks above the yard, and she's like, Tyrion says like the Lannister army's coming, and Cersei's like, "You believe Cersei?"
Yeah.
Sansa calls it immediately.
Yeah, I mean, she knows. That's the one thing.
I think
that
Bran
we
told her
underestimate.
too, though. Bran definitely is just like, yeah, that army's not coming.
Yeah,
That's why
Bran.
it pans to Bran after that.
I'm not gonna look too much into. Oh well, how do they know that? Well, Bran told him. Like that's just a fucking easy way of. Oh, Bran. Told him.
But literally, it's
It's plausible, but I think it's stupid. I think she's relying more on knowing Cersei from the earlier times and just know how Cersei thinks rather than just, hey Bran, what's going on in King's Landing? I just don't think that's very good.
I think you're right, just because last season, before, maybe it was 2 seasons ago, before the Battle of the Bastards, before Bran even came back and she had Bran, after they met with Ramsay, they're doing their battle plans, and Sansa tells Jon, like, you didn't even consult me. She's like, I'm the one who knows how he thinks.
Mm-hmm.
It's the exact same thing here. She's the one who knows how Cersei thinks better than anybody because she was the one who's
And
being
she
tortured
said
by
that
her.
before. She said
yeah,
that
she
in the
said
show.
that, yeah.
So exactly, she knows Cersei better than Tyrion, who a lot of people probably think Tyrion knows Cersei better than anybody.
I think she
Sansa
said
might know her
it-
better than.
I think she said it when Jon was going down there.
Again, Sansa doesn't know that Cersei is pregnant, so again, that seemed to be like what made Tyrion think that Cersei was in on it, was that now she has something to protect. But
Yeah.
Sansa doesn't know that. Does it change her mind though? I don't think so. I think she still thinks like Cersei is not to be trusted no matter what.
She's a
Yeah,
selfish
no-
bitch, and she's
no
not. She
way.
brought the gold company over, so.
Yeah. I mean, and I think Euron telling Cersei like I want my reward now is a good idea because if he would have just done everything until the end of the war, she just would have had to mount and kill him and then not had to pay them anything and gotten
no.
everything from him.
He's not He might.
That's what
be
Cersei
a
does. She's
pussy.
like the opposite of Ned Stark.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, complete opposite. That's why she's still alive.
All right, so we have that reunion with Tyrion and Sansa. Again, could have been a little funnier. No funny quips from like Tyrion about
Yeah,
being
come
wife or
on.
anything.
Like Tyrion's just being a little girl right now, and like he's sarcasm at its finest. No sarcasm.
Yeah.
Just lame. I don't know. But he's
Then-
been fucking up. He's been screwing up.
Yeah, that's true.
A
He's
lot
been
lately.
Yeah.
Well, I've recently rewatched both season 7 twice. Once completely today before the episode, and then also one a day throughout the past week. And I've realized once Olenna Tyrell last season tells Cersei you're Tyrion's a clever man. I've known a lot of clever men, and I've outlived them all. It's because I ignored them. That's when Dany just completely stops listening to Tyrion.
Yeah, because
anyway.
Tyrion was wrong like 4 times in a row.
Burns Randall,
Yeah, exactly. He's been fucking up.
and Dickon Tarly
I'm cool. See ya.
goes north of the wall, loses a dragon.
She fucked up there. I mean, but saved everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I'm just saying, that's exactly when she stopped listening
All right,
to Tyrion.
Tyrion was like, "Oh, let's go to Castle Rock. It's so important to have Castle Rock. Castle Rock is nothing.
Yeah, it's on the far side of nowhere, everywhere. Nobody cares.
A huge mistake. Burn their fleet. Strike 2.
Yeah.
Strike 3. You don't get anymore. Fool me once. Shame on me."
Alright, so then after that we go what? Is it then to the Arya reunions? Matt, we're definitely going to be missing something. I'm going to rewatch this episode probably like 2 more times before I go to bed tonight, and then I took off work tomorrow, so I'll get some analysis in.
Let's
and maybe
just
we'll
bump
do another
down to Arya down to the Forge.
Arya down to the Forge.
How about the fucking axe that Gendry made the Hound though?
That was pretty sweet. That's gonna be a nice weapon.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought like Valyrian steel or the dragon glass was gonna be brittle, but he like reinforced it with like metal on the inside. You could see it.
Yeah.
That thing's gonna do some damage.
I think you're right. I think he's gonna learn how to make Valyrian steel.
He was looking at Arya's dagger in this.
Yeah, and
reunion.
he's like, ah.
How?
So
What was
he's
the
gonna talk to
weapon?
Sam.
I need this. We need to get a screenshot of the weapon that Arya once made because
It looked like a blowgun. That's what I thought. Blowgun.
It
What
looked
do you guys
like-
think?
I don't know. It looked like
It's
maybe
like a staff or something.
a ball and chain, like on a. I have no idea.
Dude, I thought blowgun.
I think
I'm
it's a
gonna pull it up right now.
two-piece staff.
I have
One
no
with
idea.
A what?
a dagger at the end.
It
What do
was
you
a
think it was?
weird looking thing.
A two-piece staff.
It looked like it was like 2 separate things.
Dude, I
and,
bet you it's like
Yeah, I
dragon
think
glass
it's a
and dump
two-piece
truck.
staff.
I don't know. We gotta
I
find
think you're
a
right.
picture.
I think Glow's right. I'm pulling it up right now.
Is there already pictures of it?
I'm just going back to the episode and I'm gonna find that part.
Oh.
All right, so I just got to that part in the episode and I'm sharing my screen with these guys. We're looking at it. It looks like a 2-part staff that screws into each other. So normally it's a staff with dragon glass.
What's
points
that
on
word?
each end.
What's that word there?
Dragon glass, and it's pointing to this
Oh, okay.
black thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
yeah.
it looks like a staff that with like threading on this part right here. So I bet you it screws in, so you can use like 2-handed, like 2 tiny daggers, or
I
a
mean,
bow staff.
why would Gendry not be able to make that? That's elementary.
Yeah, that's super easy. Can you make this? I don't know if you can.
Dude literally just made fucking the battle axe from God of War trailer. Oh, a screwed in staff.
All right, yeah. So Gendry makes his axe for the Hound. Arya walks up while they're talking about it, sees them both. The Hound's basically like, "You're a badass little bitch now."
Good on ya.
Well, at first he's like, "You left me to die,"
Ugh.
and she's like, "Well, first I robbed you," and I'm like,
That
"Suck
was
my
great.
cock."
That was great.
Dude, it was great. It was like, "Suck it." Dude, that was awesome.
First I robbed you.
What did he say back to that? So he said something back, and
He like smiled.
nah, he looked pissed at first.
No, but then he smiled. He was like,
Yeah, he smiled. He's like, that's why I figured you
"Guess
lived.
you are a cold-hearted
You're
bitch."
a cold bitch.
Yeah. So then he walks away and she talks to Gendry and is like, "Hey, if you made that, can you make this?" Which again, very looks way simpler than the thing that the Hound just walked away with. So I think she's a good. I think she's probably in luck. And then she kind of like flirts with him a little bit, right? She's like, he looks at her Valyrian steel dad. He's like, "I always knew you were a rich girl."
I'm the
And
only
she's-
rich girl, you know.
He's like, "Yeah, exactly." And then, what does she say as she walks away? She's like, "You'd like to know this rich girl," something like that. I think the
something
I just said was a little
something
sexier.
lame. Yeah.
It was kind of flirty.
You wish I would.
You wish I would. But yeah, it was kind of flirty.
All right, let's skip to something I think is cooler, which is Varys, Tyrion, and who the fuck? What's his name? The Onion.
Davos.
Davos talking on the wall, looking
As Danny and John are flirting.
just flirting in the yard. Like
What
two
they were
little
saying was-
schoolgirls.
They were talking about doing like
What happens after?
like 2 people ruling instead of just 1, which would be different than.
Is that what they were saying?
Yeah,
I think
it
so.
was like something they used an adjective for the queen and an honorable king or an honorable man, and they were like just looking at Jon and Daenerys. So
Oh, okay, yeah. Like having it be a completely split rule. That's pretty cool.
yeah, it's cool. And then we get into like the Jon and Daenerys love fest.
Yeah, so I like the beginning of this part when the Dothraki walk up and the guy says something in Dothraki, and he's like 17 sheep and 18 lamb or something, like 18 goats or something like that.
Yeah.
And Danny's like, oh my god, they're not eating that much. And I'm like, what? They each ate over 15 like large animals and they're not eating that much.
And that was today. They just like mowing down herds of sheep.
They're gonna run out of food in no time. These dragons are eating more than like armies, dude.
half their army, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the John and Danny thing is a little bit like a little too flirty.
Yeah.
Like they're looking over their shoulder, like smiling.
They
at
look
each
like
other.
they look like high school sweethhearts, like
And it's not even like
hanging
they hide
out
it.
at the
They're like right
dance.
outside of Winterfell doing it. Like I get it when they're like flown away on their dragons, but they're right outside of Winterfell. Like when
Nah, they're not worried
Tyrion
about
and them
it.
are looking at it.
They're not worried about it. So like, all right, Jon's a dragon rider.
John flies dragon. You
Does
called it.
Daenerys
Wasn't-
know that you need to be a Targaryen to ride dragons?
I don't think so.
I mean, those other guys wrote it though,
Is
like
it common
Jorah
knowledge?
and
Because the director said at the end, like, Jon should have known right then that he was a fucking Targaryen.
No, that's bull. The director, that tells me the directors don't know anything because in one of George Martin's short stories, it takes place before, not one of the Duncan Egg ones, a different one. There's a girl who lures one of the Targaryen's dragons out of its hole. It's smaller, it's like a horse size, using like pigs, and then she learns to ride it. She's not a Targaryen.
Well, watch the director's cut at the end.
I'm
'cause-
saying they don't know their shit, but that's not that. Okay, I get maybe in the show that's the case. Only Targaryens can.
And they're
But
like,
what do you think about the back and forth they have when he goes to get on?
a little witty, a little. Well, then it was nice knowing you, Jon Snow.
I kind of would have liked if like when he went to get on, Rhaegal would have just like bucked him off.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly, he
nah,
fell right
and, like,
off.
Flew away. Yeah. Daenerys just like shrugs at him and flies away after Rhaegal.
And the physics of being able to ride that motherfucker, the way they were,
Dude, you gotta grip this shit
the
out
way they were
of it.
flying, like, come on.
Dude, when they go in that canyon, it's just Luke Skywalker in the X-wing about to blow up the Death Star,
Yeah.
just weaving and bobbing on a TIE fighter, on TIE fighters. Like, come on.
Almost there.
Exactly. Like, what are you doing?
Use the force, John.
Yeah,
was
there's.
ridiculous.
I mean, like, slow down a little bit. Like, make it believable that this guy can actually hold on. Doing like fucking aerials and flips and shit. And okay, I'm just holding on to 2 horns. We'll be.
All right, so then they,
First time ever riding a dragon.
so then they land at the waterfall cave thing.
Made me think of Egret.
Little egret.
Definitely.
Bang.
Doesn't Egret like mention like we could just stay down here forever and not go back up? And Danny
Yeah.
says the same thing.
We could stay here for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
We'd be pretty old.
Good one, John. Good one, John.
Yeah, nice.
I see why you like this
Great
one.
line.
Yeah. yeah.
She's nice and wet after that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what? Then you just hook
Do you
up,
think they
bang out there
bang?
in
Do you
the
think they
cold?
bang in the
Out in the cold.
and Drogon is just like
Dude,
looking
Drogon is
on?
just giving
Yeah,
like
just
the
like
evil
watching,
dad. Yeah, like the
jerking
dad
off in the corner.
Oh fuck.
look. That was great. So all right. So then what's after that? They go back and John talks to Sansa about everything, kind of for the first time in her room.
Mm-hmm.
I think John's got to come out and tell everybody that he's diddling Daenerys. The longer he waits, the worse it's going to be.
Yeah.
Right? When Sansa finds out later that it's
Or he needs to like get with Daenerys. And,
Well,
like,
she asked him straight up at the end, like, so.
yeah, no answer.
He's not a liar. He would tell her, right?
Yeah.
Nah, he would have told her. They need to have a plan going into that conversation. Like, all right, we're gonna be together. We're gonna rule this bitch. Like, get
it's
on
not
board.
just them though. It's what the rest of the people are going to get behind.
Right. So it's either like get on board or we burn you.
John's not that kind of way, though.
What? I don't know about that.
All right, get on board, or you're gonna die. And then when you're white, then we'll
By a
burn you.
burn.
So, I mean, that's what they need to do. If they're just gonna go in and be like, "Oh well, I like Daenerys. She's gonna be your queen," they're gonna be like, "No, fuck you. We're going home."
Who,
But
you
if
mean
they
the Northmen?
Yeah, but if they say like, "All right, I'm gonna be ruling with Daenerys," like, we're back, bitches. The North remembers, and
So I don't think...
Yeah, that's ruling with sounds like a good idea. What Davos and them were talking about.
Okay, I get... Here's... If I'm thinking from Sansa's shoes, if Jon bends the knee, now he's Warden of the North and Lord of Winterfell, I'm nothing.
she's nothing anyway.
But no, if she thinks that Jon... She might be behind Jon and Dany getting together
'Cause
because
then she'd
then
be
he's out
late.
to King's Landing, she's Lord of Winterfell, or Lady of Winterfell.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
might
that's
be
not a bad
behind
idea.
that.
Here's
she
the
just might
problem.
not be liking this because
Especially when she
he's...
finds out that he's actually the rightful heir.
Yeah, because right now she's just thinking that he's trying to like be. He's going to end up being Lord of Winterfell. She's nothing. Going
Yeah.
to get married off to somebody.
Sansa's not in this for the good of the realm. She's got a little
Yeah.
selfish bitch to her too. Her and
Sansa
Cersei,
has like one little cleverness a season. Hopefully this season she has a couple clevernesses. One so far, she's telling everybody Cersei's lying. That's her cleverness so far. She's being stupid like she always is the rest of the season. We'll see what happens.
her and Cersei are cut from the same cloth though. Like,
She learned from Cersei.
Well,
She
yeah,
tells
that's who
Jon
she
that.
learned from.
she's got her own objectives and shit she's trying to.
Yeah.
to get.
So after that, who do we see then? Does the Hound see anybody?
No, the Hound's worthless. Sam and John in the crypts.
Well, Sam first talks to
Oh, I guess it's Sam and Daenerys first.
There's got to be something we're missing, but we'll figure that
Sam
out.
and yeah.
Daenerys comes in
We'll go to Sam
with
and
Jorah and
yeah.
in the
So
library.
Sam's reading. It's ridiculous Sam hasn't seen John yet. How long has John been back?
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. Timeline is fucked.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Maybe this is all taking course of a day and he goes to see him at nighttime and they got there in the morning, but if it's any longer than that, this is kind of ridiculous. They're boys, they haven't seen each other in forever. And this is kind of like one of the happiest reunions ever. This is like what gets John to break character, like even more than with Arya. He's like so happy. He like goes and gives him a hug and he's like, "What? You forged your chain already? Like I didn't know you were that smart or whatever." You read all the
Yeah,
books.
did
in
you read all the
Citadel
books in
already."
the Citadel?
Yeah, like, oh, good one, John. You're getting clever as the scenes go on.
Yeah.
You got those zingers, John.
You're right, Clint. John's definitely the best character. He's just so funny.
Are we skipping over the Daenerys and Sam conversation?
Alright, no, we'll go back to that. Yeah, so...
What a piece of acting by Sam.
Yeah, great, dude. John Bradley's amazing.
He's
Did
really
we,
good.
Did we, like, find out what he's reading about right there?
No, it didn't say.
No, he just said he took a bunch of books from the Citadel.
So what, he asked for pardons, and then...
Yeah, he didn't ask for a pardon for leaving the Night's Watch, so...
No, he didn't leave the Night's Watch. He got sent by John.
Maybe he plans
Yeah,
to go
but
back
he's
there at
still
the
a
end.
man of the Night's Watch, even though he's...
No,
gone.
to become Maester for the Night's Watch.
Yeah,
That's
but
why
does
he
he
was sent
you
there.
think he plans on going back to the Night's Watch after all this is over?
He doesn't plan on doing
Well, the
anything.
Night's Watch is decimated right now. It's not even a thing.
Okay, maybe he'll ask for that pardon later. Yeah, he asked for the pardon for stealing books. And then
And
does
for
Jorah
for
not
stealing
wait?
the sword, too.
So when Dany burns these people, does Jorah not realize right then that these are the parents of the guy that saved me?
I don't think he was there. I don't know if he knew he was a Tarly. Why would he
Yeah,
know?
exactly. He didn't know the last name or anything.
It wasn't
Ah,
Samuel Tarly of the Citadel.
I
It was
don't
just,
think so. I think when he talks to Jorah says something about his dad being a good fighter or something.
That might be true.
Or does Sam say that about the old bear?
It just seems weird that that Jorah and Dany walking up to Sam here wouldn't know right away that this is going to be an awkward conversation.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, did they find? Maybe they
Again.
did. Maybe they knew it was going to be awkward. And
Well,
just,
was
like,
Jorah there when they attacked the
No,
Tarleys?
no.
Probably not.
No, he was up north, wasn't he?
No, I don't think he was
No.
even back yet. No, because Danny comes back
He
from that
just
battle,
gets-
lands, talks to John, and that's when Jorah walks up.
Yeah.
So that's before Jorah comes back from the Citadel.
So maybe he didn't even know?
Nah, I don't know. But maybe they knew who it was, but they thought that he already knew, and they didn't think this was going to be a shock to the system.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, it's not a big deal, but...
Yeah. So Sam
Timelines, Jeff.
kind of breaks down a little bit.
Not much. And then just sees Bran, right? And then they
But
go...
he takes it really well. He's like, just like, excuse me, Your Grace.
Yeah.
When he hears that his dad is dead,
He's
he's
like,
not.
it's kind of sad, doesn't really care.
His dad was a total dick to him.
Brother brother dies, and he's fucked up.
Torn
He's
apart
like-
after that.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, like you guys said, great acting.
Yeah, it was good.
Joe
One of the
Burrow's
better
man.
one of the better pieces of the episode.
So yeah, so he goes to see Bran. Bran says, "I'm waiting for a friend."
Go tell John. They get down to the crypts. You guys already started it. John and him goes down to the crypts. They rub dicks, and
He falls down and John hears him.
Does he? He stumbles down the stairs. I didn't get
Yeah.
it.
He falls or something. John's
he
like, what the hell?
knocks something over.
So John gives him a hug, and then he hears about Sam tells him about what he just heard from Daenerys. And
Yeah.
John didn't know.
And he's kind of angry. Like he's like,
John
Yeah,
is
he's pretty
or
pissed.
Sam is. Like,
Sam is, yeah.
What the fuck would you do? Like, is she not a nice
Crazy?
lady? Yeah.
And doesn't John say she's not her father?
Yeah.
Because that kind of sounds a little Mad Kingy.
Yeah. Just burning people.
Well, who did John say that to? He said it to Sansa, I
Sam.
think.
He said it multiple times. He's like, that's like the campaign.
He said something along
ad.
those lines to Sam at least, like, "Don't worry, I think she's all right."
Yeah.
Basically, you can't in sweeter terms than that, because that's not very polite thing to say to somebody who just had their parent roasted alive. But
All right, let's
so
keep
that
going.
happens, and Sam kind of gets over it real quick.
Yeah, I mean, because he knows he's got.
So also,
a
what about
big
Danny
bomb
not
to drop.
telling John this?
Again, it's like whatever.
Well, yeah, I don't think Danny
she
knew
just burned
that
a whole fucking army. Oh, it's two lords of the Riverlands, like
You
or
don't
the
think
Reach.
Danny knows that it's John's best friend's family?
No,
No.
I don't. How does she
She
know
never
that
met
he
him.
knows
She never met
Samwell
Sam.
Tarly?
She just met Sam.
Okay.
I don't think it's. Yeah.
I thought maybe he heard through the grapevine. Sam's a pretty cool dude. Sam the Slayer.
Sam is a nobody.
He killed a Then. He killed a White Walker.
He is nobody south of the wall.
Alright, so then Sam does
Drops
the
the
deed.
bomb.
Does the deed.
Should have been like, how does John not have a bigger reaction?
I mean, he's stunned. He's like, what the fuck is going on?
So it's weird. So Sam leads off and says,
He just learns that his whole life is a lie.
he's like, you're the real heir to the Iron Throne. And John's like, what are you talking about? And if you're thinking about it, John probably has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. He's like, what? He's like, your mom's Lyanna. And then if I'm John, I'm like, yeah, right, my dad fucked my aunt. Right? 'Cause
No, he
thinks
definitely
that's his
thought
dad.
that. He definitely thought that at first. Was
For a
like,
second, his face was like, wait, Ned fucked his sister?
what?
Right? Because when you lead off with your mom's Lyanna, that's got to be the first thought.
No, you can see his
Wait,
face
no,
was like,
no.
his face was like, wow, my dad fucked his sister. And
And then he like kind of laughs, thinking Sam's joking about it. And
Yeah.
again, I think it's because that's a ridiculous statement. And he's like, "And your father's Rhaegar." And John's like, "Wait a minute, you're serious?"
Yeah.
Again, how the fuck is nobody questioning that Bran can just like say stuff?
No, it should be a much bigger issue. Like,
John
oh,
should be like, "How do you know this?" And then he should want to see the book that says that they got married. And then,
And
like,
here
even
Bran-
then, how do you confirm that you came out of like just because Bran saw it?
Well, that's why Sam had to go and tell him, because he's the one that he would believe him. And
right, but John should still ask questions. Like,
oh yeah, I mean,
And
like
even
Bran.
Sam,
I'm
why
sure
is
they're
Sam
gonna-
believing this.
everyone else is going to ask questions, so they definitely have proof somehow.
But again, why is everyone just cool with Bran? Like, oh, he's
Because Bran
weird
knows
as
shit.
shit.
He can
I
bring up
understand
random
that,
shit.
but it's like, what? Like, no one's asking any fucking questions, and it's weird.
I get why people that Bran talks to one-on-one believe him, because he walks up to people that he's never seen in like 20 years and
he
then
goes
says something
into
that there's no way he
details.
could know.
Sure.
So then that person believes him. But when they try to announce this to everybody, like, no, trust me, the kid who's in a wheelchair who doesn't talk and is always just creeping in the background of everything, he told us and we really believe him that he can see into the past. Everyone's going to be like, yeah, go shove it. And, like, no way. Unless Bran goes person to person and says, like, oh, this happened in your past, this happened in your past, you know?
Yes.
Well, I guess they don't really need to bring up Bran. They can just.
Nobody's going to question it.
Oh yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be weird.
Unless they say that we
gonna be
read
tough.
all of it in a book, which I guess would be the best way to handle it. Is okay. So then after that, what happens? Does John say?
I think they're at Last Hearth.
No. What does John say? Like Daenerys needs to know?
Daenerys is our queen.
That's how he ends it.
I
forget.
I forget.
It's something like that. I forget what he says.
My dad was an honorable man. He gets all broody on us.
Oh yeah. So then we go to Last Hearth. We see Tormund, which I don't know. For half a second, when Tormund was walking through there, I was like, Tormund and Beric. I was like, "There's no way these guys get hurt." I saw him in the trailer with Ed.
Yeah.
Did you guys think that, or then
No,
I thought
I
like
didn't
maybe
think-
that was fake footage? But
I thought like maybe like two of the wildling henchmen in the background die.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I
Somebody
thought there was
gets
gonna
attacked.
be. I thought there was gonna be a fight there.
Well,
Like-
when I saw the sword come
No,
out,
yeah,
heard
I
the
definitely,
people-
especially for the first episode, I was like, all right, there's definitely going to be a big
I
fight
thought so
right
too,
here.
but I was like, well, I'm not afraid Tormund or Beric die because they're going to see Ed at some point. And then when
Yeah.
I heard the sword and they made it all dramatic, I was like, oh, this is Ed.
Yeah.
And it was. Dolores Ed.
It
Jeff
was-
almost got some points,
I
but
almost
If
did.
Tormund would have just, like, real quick, like, jumped the gun and sliced his...
Yeah. Would have been
And
a
Tormund is
nice
great.
5-pointer.
I hope that all next episode is just Tormund somehow getting back to Winterfell and being like, "Hi, I'm Tormund," and just meeting people and saying ridiculous stuff. Because every conversation he has is hilarious. He's like, "He has blue eyes." He's like, "I've always had blue eyes, you cunt."
he is,
Yeah, that was
he
funny.
is hilarious.
Again, it doesn't sound like a funny line, but that guy just nails it.
Yeah, that was good.
I've always had blue eyes.
So we find out before we get to the kid, we find out that they're on the other side. So basically, it's like Winterfell, huge army, Tormund, Beric, and Ed now, and like maybe 10 other guys. And their plan is they're gonna just ride double on horses because the army of the dead are on foot, and then they'll get around them.
Mhm.
Think that happens? I think
Yeah, I
that
do. I
we
saw
saw
them.
what we thought we were going to see today. We see next week, and there's like a small battle between that group and the
No,
army.
I'm pretty
or,
sure
like,
I saw it on like next episode with that they're in Winterfell.
Oh, that
Yeah, I think they make it. Yeah,
Okay.
and they warn them, and then the third episode's gonna be Battle of Winterfell.
Yeah, because Tormund was like, "How much time do I have?" He's like, "The sunrise." Or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what's weird? I read like some reviews of the big premiere show that they had, and all the critics were like, "Oh my god, the violence is like earth shattering." There wasn't anything. Like,
Yeah, there wasn't anything.
like I feel like they're not gonna have a lot of positive reviews from this episode.
No.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't review it too positively. We like what the average was around like 6.5, 6,
Yeah.
right, for all of us.
And that's just
I mean,
because like we were anticipating it, and like it was just we wanted it. So, you know, nothing happened of significance.
So what about the kid?
Filler episode.
Fuck the kid. Kid was
The
worthless.
kid on the wall.
He was
What's that
worthless.
symbol mean?
Hickey counted. One of the guys who was watching with me counted. And he said there was 7 of the spiral of arms coming out. I don't know if that matters, like 7 gods or whatever, but probably
It,
not.
it kind of looked like a sun.
It
Like,
did.
I don't know if. I mean, I don't know who sigils the sun.
Yeah, didn't really answer any questions. It'll be interesting. There are a lot of videos that are out that like point out stuff that everybody misses, and I'm gonna watch this a couple times. Maybe I'll come up with some stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall pretty good. Predictions for next episode. What do you think's gonna happen in King's Landing? Glow, you go first, and then we'll do Winterfell, and Jeff, you can go first for that one.
King's Landing is just gonna be more building of the
So,
army.
What's your? Did she send Euron and the Golden Company out already, or are they just chilling for now? I don't remember.
I think they're chilling right now. I don't think she's gonna send them until after the battle.
Okay.
Wait,
They're
the fact
gonna
that
clean
Theon
up.
could just steal Yara like that is another. Did we even talk about that?
Asinine.
No, we didn't. When he's down in the
That was we forgot about that.
when he's down underneath in that boat and he like sets her free. I like the whole punch and then shake his hand thing. But get the fuck out of there, dude. Euron, who's like a psychopath. Maybe I'm thinking because
Yeah.
he's way more psychopath in the book, but like I am not staying behind. It's like what are you doing? I was saying like get the fuck out, get the fuck out, get the fuck out.
Theon
Like,
went-
do
Yeah,
this
like
shit
why are you
later.
just like
He went with,
taking
like,
your
8 people.
time?
And there was literally like 1,000 ships there just before.
It was
And
just
now
like the-
8 people are gonna steal it, and then they're gonna steal 3 ships.
You know the part in Pirates of the Caribbean when all the dead men climb on the back of the Navy ship and are just like silently slicing? It was just that.
Yeah,
Right?
I don't know. It was that
They're that good.
was horseshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
And then they go away, and he's like, "I want to go defend Winterfell." That was a pretty good move. I like that. Reach,
Yeah.
protect,
Yeah,
redeem
finally Theon
He's
does something.
He's gotta die. Time for him to die.
It's bullshit by Asha or whatever her name is now.
Yara.
Yara.
Yeah, she's just scared.
I mean, that's not a bad plan though. Go there so that there's a place to go back to. Because if they do have to escape the crypts of Winterfell, they can't just go south to King's Landing.
There's
I
not
don't know
that
why-
much room on the Iron
You can
Islands.
always go east.
I don't know why Dragonstone's not an option, but yeah, it's not a horrible plan.
Yeah, whatever. She
Alright,
just
so-
wants to get away. Go
The
ahead,
rest of your
Cloud.
predictions for Cersei and them? Just nothing happening or baby stuff?
Maybe like a bump starts growing or something stupid like that, but other than that, I think it's just gonna be her game planning. Doing bullshit down
I mean,
there.
it's weird. What can they really do? That's important.
She's gonna wait until after the battle and try to clean
Yeah.
up. But
Do you think Harry Strickland's gonna matter at all?
No.
No.
Like, are we gonna see any more, like, a lot of him, or is he just like a stupid character there for no reason?
I think
Yeah, I think he's just
character.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't.
not gonna do anything.
It's really weird how separated the realm is right now. Like you got the whole thing going up north, and then Cersei's just chilling down in the south, and it's like
With a shit ton of people.
yeah.
With
I
no
don't know.
elephants.
Like no elephants,
No offense.
no
and
other.
no direwolves, and we have no direwolves up north.
No
direwolves.
ghost. Where was Ghost all episode?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Just a dog howling in the background's okay.
If we don't see Ghost next episode, I'm deducting a point from whatever my score is. Remember that.
All right, yeah, same.
Yeah, so I mean, like,
deducting too.
we go and we talk. Now,
What if you see Nymeria though?
Maybe I'll add 2 points for that.
If we try to predict what's going to happen in Winterfell, there's going to be too much shit now because nothing happened in this episode. Now you're throwing Jaime in the mix. You're throwing.
So hold on. One thing we forgot. The Jaime thing. After the last Hearth with Tormund and Dolores and Barrack, we get Jaime coming back and seeing Bran.
Yeah, and then they just chop our balls off and don't give us anything else till next week.
That was a great cliffhanger. I was pissed.
It was.
I was like, oh.
Yeah,
Please keep
I'll
going.
be excited to see what Bran says right away.
All right, so Jeff, what do you think's gonna happen in Winterfell? You're not making any major predictions. What's going on with what happens with Jon Snow? Do they just tell everybody? What happens when he tells Dany?
Jon and Dany have a big talk.
What's her reaction?
Her reaction.
They fuck
is
right
probably,
after. She gets hornier.
She's probably scared right away, and she feels threatened. I think she's gonna feel really threatened, and I don't even know if Jon wants to tell her. To be honest.
So
with you.
here's
Like,
what
Jon doesn't want to make her upset. I don't think he wants to tell her that he's an actual Targaryen. He wants to keep it status quo.
You know what this reminds me of? Glow, do you watch The Office?
Yeah.
The episode in The Office where Michael has the golden ticket idea, and then it goes down horribly. And then he's like trying to blame it on Dwight, and Jim's like, Dwight, don't take the fall for this. And he's like, Michael said he'd do the same thing for me, and he's like, he can do the same thing for you right now. That's kind of what Sam tells Jon. He's like, you gave up your crown for her. Will she give up your crown for you? Because like it's like the exact same situation where I'm the actual queen. You're just the guy who swore fealty to me for perpetuity forever ago. And Jon can now pull the card like, I'm your older brother, or you're my niece. I'm your uncle. So
I don't think he'll do that. I think he'll try and keep it status quo, and then they'll be like, let's just be together. Fuck it. Like Targaryens have been doing this forever.
You think they're gonna? So you don't think that's gonna be a problem with anybody? I'm cool. I get that they're like, oh, we're
The
Targaryens.
Northerners will not like that.
Sansa is not going to be like, okay, yeah, you can just keep fucking.
Here's the thing: the Northerners don't care. They don't like him anyway. So at the end of the day,
If you're gonna rule them, they have to respect you.
yeah, you can also.
And he
fear
knows
you,
banging
and
your
they also-
aunt isn't the way to get the Northern's respect.
If you
Again,
guys
this is-
don't think that the Jonathan Daenerys is not continuing until one of them dies, you're fools.
I think maybe they just said like, we'll worry about this after the Night King comes. Like, we're gonna stop banging for now. We'll sort
No
out whether
way.
we're gonna keep doing it after the Night King. And then when one of them dies, it becomes a non-issue.
No way.
That's a good way to not have to touch it on the ant fucking subject.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're gonna keep going. Jon doesn't want it to change. I don't think Jon really gives a fuck. Jon loves her.
So
He loves her.
we already kind of talked about this in the last one, but we'll go for the cliffhanger. How do you think Bran reacts to Jaime showing up? Because at first Jeff said he's not going to care. He's going to be like, "Oh, I'm the three-eyed raven." But he seemed when he was talking to Sam, like, "I'm waiting for an old friend."
I think he's
like,
gonna try and make him
like,
feel like really guilty. Like, look what you made me do. Look what you did to me, you little fuck. Like, I'm glad you got your hand cut. Like, there might be some funny lines when it comes to this conversation.
He'll have a zinger or two.
Like,
Better
nice
than
right
John
hand.
zingers.
Or like, hey, look who's a crippled now too. Like, just some.
Two cripples hanging out.
And then on the next episode thing, they showed Dany being not too happy with Jaime. You think she's actually gonna punish him? Because I think it's just gonna. I think that was a fake out. I think it's gonna be the exact same thing when Jon saw her the first time. It's like, your father burned my grandpa and uncle.
Yeah, I mean, she literally just said, I don't know, because I think her one line was, I'm not gonna
Hold you
punish
to the sins of your fathers. and
fathers.
stuff like that.
Yeah, like
But this was something Jaime did.
He did it. So
He literally killed her father, but her father was.
All right, here's my prediction. Brienne. Jamie doesn't want to tell everybody the whole story like he was going to burn everybody. He's not about like telling them that. He doesn't care what people think he's dishonorable. But Brienne knows the truth because he told her in the bath. She's the only one who knows why he stabbed her because he was going to burn everybody.
Yeah.
So I think Brienne speaks up and saves him.
Possibly. We didn't see her, though.
Maybe she's not back yet. She was coming
no,
back. No,
you definitely... I saw her. I saw her at some point.
Yeah. You know what I was thinking when... what I was thinking when Jon and Arya reunion, I was like, I hope we see a Jon and Arya sparring scene. Because in the books, every time Jon walks through the yard, any Jon chapter, he walks through the yard, he's like either looking at the people training or like sometimes jumps in and there's like a 3-on-1 or...
Yeah.
I hope Jon's like, let's see what you got. Like, finds out that Arya's like the real deal. And he's like, let's see what you got. You think that would happen?
Possibly, but we already seen it. That we already saw her and Brienne.
Yeah, but
how many
Jon
more
would be
people
sweet.
she gonna spark?
It would be sweet.
It'd be sweet,
awesome.
but they wasted it on Brienne, so it's not happening.
Shut the hell up, Jeff.
Sorry,
They
I have
can
to
give
be
us
the
another
realist
one.
in this conversation.
They don't have enough time for sparring sessions, Nelson.
Yeah, it doesn't matter about landing titles.
All right, so the last thing we're going to cover is death pool stuff for next week. I don't have anybody guess to die next week.
I have Melisandre,
Jeff
Lightbringer
has
time,
Melisandre,
baby.
And
I definitely
Glow
have.
as Bronn, who's going to see Tyrion potentially, and that's it.
I think it's gonna be another dry episode. I don't think anybody dies.
I'm with Jeff on that one. Another filler episode.
They've got so much more shit they got to do. No one's. I don't. If it might be one death, and I think it's gonna be like an Umber death. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
The
I hope
Glovers.
you're not right. I hope they surprise us with
All the
some
Glovers are
early
going to be
action.
dead.
I hope they surprise us with some early action. But last thing, what do you guys think of the new intro? We're kind of working back to front now, but what do you think of the new intro?
Oh, I thought it was really cool.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's really different. I like
It
it.
actually like went inside the throne room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down
And
the
like
skulls.
and through Winterfell, that shit
Yeah.
was the crossbow, looking at the Blair on the dreads
Yeah.
skull. Yeah, that shit was cool. That was the coolest thing about the episode.
And I hope they change it next week because like they showed last Hearth.
Oh, yeah, they did.
They showed like the ice path that they've taken so far. I bet you that just goes further and further each episode.
All right, guys, that was the end of this episode of the reviewing of episode 1. If you guys have any questions or want to talk about anything, leave us a comment or DM us on Twitter at mthroners, and we'll do another midweek podcast about the show, just talking more about some of the shit that's going on. So, talk to you guys soon.